Good afternoon, Mr. Claywell.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ham. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I am so good. So, it's a special day.
It is. It's a great day.
It is a great day. I'm already cracking up because we've got some guys in the studio today that are cracking me up already.
We've got two of my very, very good friends. They used to live up here. I used to work with Mr. Calder and Mr. Calder both. They have moved to Utah. They started a podcast a while back, and they're part of the bigger reason that I was inspired to start trying to do something like this. I listen to their podcast on the regular. They always make me laugh, including right now today. They're cracking.
God, we're bad people.
So everybody, this is Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Claywell.
How you doing? And we got Jake.
Oh, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm so glad that you guys were able to make it up and we get the chance to hang out. I haven't got to see you the last couple of times you've been in town.
He's greasing your entire table.
No, it's just my hand.
His words, not mine, y'all.
So just not on the recording equipment, please.
Nope. It's okay.
You can grease the table or whatever else, just not the electronics.
I warned you, Claywell. We will ruin your shit. You couldn't even start. You were doing the count off, and I had to make a Wayne's World reference.
That's why we're over here giggling, because as soon as you started, all I could see was that dude in Wayne's World whenever he's learning how to count down.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Why do you think I did that?
Yeah. I know.
It was such perfect timing. I think that's why we kind of started to lose.
And also, we had to try to be professional. We had to ruin that.
You don't have to be anything.
No.
I want you guys to be yourselves here.
Congratulations, we were.
We may have played a role in you wanting to do podcasts, but you guys are way better at it. You guys are
professional as hell.
So good, and like, bam, you just go through and power through everything and have great conversation, whereas we just act like
we're
a bunch of
excitable
12-year-olds.
dogs. Mailman,
We're like
squirrel.
border collies.
Hey, my own ass.
Okay, so I'm out. All I'm going to do is sit over here and laugh, okay?
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That's why we wanted you guys here.
No, don't mouth. Just move your hands. Oh, shit.
Oh, awesome. So I just want to I know usually at the beginning we have a little weekly recap or whatever, but I just wanted to say, truly, you guys encouraged me. You kind of inspired me, and you've been a lot of help as I'm trying to work through this. So thank you both for getting me on the path. I think doing the podcast has helped me kind of realize stuff about myself and work through that, and talking to other people outside. It seems like, a few people say, hey, I feel the same way, or, I'm glad you talked about that because it's an issue to me and I didn't think any. Right. So, I just wanted to say thanks to you guys for that.
And legit, you're welcome. It's one of those things that, I didn't realize it whenever we kind of started. It is kind of therapeutic.
Oh, it's cathartic as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I still have to watch myself, but considering I can only say so much government wise,
right?
It's really nice to just be able to just fucking go off and know that Bob will probably edit it out, but it's really nice being able to say
quite a bit. Yes,
it's okay. I can blast Congress because they're a bunch of fuckholes and they're not in my chain of command, so fuck them. But I have to be very, very careful in other avenues. So, but it's very, very, very cathartic. Yeah. So I know what you mean.
I've had to discuss dolphins many times.
How about them dolphins?
How about them
dolphins,
man? Oh shit, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
for sure. Hell yeah. I know you guys have a very lighthearted podcast, and that's great. I love listening. You guys make me laugh every time. So when we were talking about this a month and a half ago, I picked out this topic, and it's just something that I've been thinking about for a while, and here recently, it's become like a huge thing. We've got things happening in Congress right now around this issue. It's crazy. It's blown up everywhere. So what are the social responsibilities of our social networks? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, like how do they fit into society? Like you got these big, huge corporations that make billions of dollars a year off of our personal data. They use us like we're their own little cash hoard, and they mine us for all the information they can get out of us, and they sell it to anybody that wants to buy it. And I'm just, we've got, these are the three main ones. We don't have to talk about them all. But of course, right now, Lieutenant Commander Zuck is testifying before Congress.
Zucktron 485.
Exactly.
Lieutenant Commander Cuck.
Do not encourage him.
But they're testifying before Congress right now about. So specifically, what they're talking about now is the Cambridge Analytica and the 2016 presidential election, and what kind of results or what kind of impact that Facebook may have had on the election.
Social engineering always has a deep impact.
Exactly.
The worst problem with that
So does
hearing.
does that mean I need to name my wiener social engineering?
Stop pity laughing him. He needs to
here's the
learn to
thing,
be better.
Again, sorry for ruining your excellent intro, Claywell.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was
Proceed,
even
sir.
trying to make no. That was you interrupting me. Actually, trying to make a point. You cack.
Sorry, go ahead, Claywell.
No,
Okay, but the biggest problem with that is nothing's going to happen with it because, dear God, did you see anything about that hearing? It's like, how do you use them internet tubes? Well, you use those internet tubes by, dear God, this guy's the dumbest person in the world. By magic fairy dust. Like, okay, then. Like, man, fuck.
Yeah,
Honestly, there was such a disconnect between Zuckerberg and the people sitting on the bench. It was unreal. Now, I did listen to a couple of things, and there was one poignant part of that I thought, this guy, he may not necessarily like understand the nuances and everything of social media and how it works, but he did ask a couple of relevant questions, and I thought they were brilliant. He said, Mr. Zuckerberg, sir, he said, would you be comfortable with sharing with this committee and obviously everyone that's listening to this right now, your room number last night and which hotel you stayed in? And Zuckerberg said, well, no, Congressman, I don't think that I would feel...
Senator.
Oh, Senator, yeah.
Senator, no, I would not do that.
Yeah,
Senator, no, I would not. Senator, no, like...
And he says, so
like-
would you also want to share with us? I mean, he asked him a couple of these really personal questions about, would you share it with, who you spoke with and he's like, no, sir, I wouldn't. He said, the senator says, well, I don't think that the people that you mined their data with would want you sharing that data either.
Well, and
so...
it was
poignant.
Which, that has a point, but to kind of play devil's advocate / looking at it from a capitalistic way, their responsibility begins and ends at a certain point, right? So they offer a service. Whenever you accept the terms and conditions of that service, like initially Facebook was like, Facebook may have had this information, but the way it was abused was not necessarily by Facebook. Somebody took advantage of Facebook. They were supposed to delete all that shit. They didn't do it. But
they lied about deleting most of it.
To a point, we all knew anytime we checked in anywhere that information was public. So to play a little bit of devil's advocate, we made those choices. Any of us who have ever checked in anywhere on Facebook, on Foursquare, any apps like that, we made that choice. They just offered a service, and we voluntarily use that service.
Bob's raising his hand, though.
What the fuck is Foursquare?
So Foursquare is not as popular as what it was.
Youngest one here, but man, no fucking clue.
I used to use Foursquare a lot, actually. It was basically... It was kind of like, think Google reviews for just specific locations. So if
this bench is the best bench I have ever benched on.
Actually, kind of. So if there was a park, there was a park that you liked and frequented a lot, you could check into that park. They had this really cool feature to where
Oh, is that where
If you
that
checked
king
in-
of water cooler shit came from?
Yeah,
kind of.
like the mayor.
Yeah,
because
you could become a mayor of a location. I was the mayor
wow.
of
Could you
the
become the-
Hamburg Old Navy because every time I
So
went
you
to
were
work,
Mayor
I would check
McCheese?
in.
Oh, nice.
So I actually had the mayorship of that
You
place.
were Mayor
but-
McCheese then.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But no, so sorry. It's okay. It's more me just kind of fiddling around with it.
Jake had to have
we
someone
go.
adjust his tools because he's a finicky fuck.
Yes. Thank you, sir. But so whenever it comes down to it, to me, us utilizing that and using it the way we did, that's kind of our own faults. And I mean
Right.
collectively as a society, not each individual.
We are willingly giving that information.
Exactly.
We're putting it
Membership
out there.
cards.
But now, what they're doing with it afterward
is different. Right.
No. We did not willingly give that information, and that is the problem specifically with
But
Cambridge
here's
Analytica.
the thing, though. When we posted it, even if it is to a select group of
no,
I think I
friends.
know
No,
where you're going,
no.
Claywell.
Okay.
Hold on.
Go.
What happened was there were only slightly over 250,000 users to about 270,000 users who willingly took these surveys from Cambridge
Or
Analytica.
quizzes.
Yeah, or
Okay,
the quizzes
okay,
or whatever
okay.
they were called. Cambridge Analytica used
Then mind all of their friends as well.
Correct.
Use
Yeah.
a backdoor that was in Facebook's system to gather the information of all of their friends and their friends' friends, to the point that they got somewhere in the neighborhood of the information from 80 million users
Right.
from those 250,000 surveys that were electively taken, and their information was volunteered. I did not volunteer my information. You did not volunteer your information.
This guy did.
Because
that
I was
one-
one of the
he
quiz.
was one of the
I
quiz
would-
guys.
Not always,
Why
but
do you people? Why
no,
does
this was
anybody
like
do
in the
any
early
quiz?
days. In the early days of Facebook, I
Because,
would.
dude, I want
but
to know.
Our
you know,
mom is one of them.
I
Mom will
wanted
do
to.
those
I wanted to
quizzes
tell me
all
how
the
many people
time.
I've slept with in the past. You know,
I
and
will-
whatever. You know,
I would like
what
to take
what color my eyes
Where
are.
are they now?
I would like to take a
That
quick
girl you
second
slept
here.
with your junior year of high school, she now has 4 babies and herpes.
I want to take a second
Congratulations.
to rant on something about Facebook.
Yeah, go ahead.
I get so annoyed when I see people take those. Oh, nobody believes that there's a dog whose name has this letter in it. Would prove it. Put your dog's names like.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's-
realizes
yeah, that's-
what your mother's maiden name's like. You motherfuckers do not understand that these are built to take your password. They're finding your security questions so they
yeah,
can
that's
get
exactly
your
what it's
password. You
doing.
dumb fucks. I keep seeing everybody. One of which is an IT dude I know who is obsessed with security.
Yeah.
But yet he freaking does this bullshit. I don't even like filling out those membership card things because, yeah, sure, Kroger can give me a discount on my stuff, but they're still going to sell all my information for $250 because that's what, or $250,000 because that's what I'm worth.
Yep.
Right.
But
Absolutely
see,
right.
No, I do not like that.
I understood security, but not to the point that I do now. After A school, like going through, the A+ course, CCNA, Microsoft 7, all of that, and not just that,
HPCA.
but everything that had to do with like security clearances and security in general is whenever I kind of realized, oh, I've been such an idiot. So
Yeah.
since July of 2016, it's been totally different.
Oh yeah.
I've looked
Yeah.
at it completely differently.
And so they're, but like Bob's saying, they can use this information, and some of the stuff that they can come up with is not just like get backdooring your account. Like I forget some of the specific examples, but there were examples like there is correlation with like 85+% accuracy that someone who likes the NRA on Facebook will purchase so many percentage of items from this certain store.
Right.
So then they can sell that information to the store to better market
Directly to that person.
market directly to the people that are already buying from them to drive their percentages even higher.
to boost those sales.
You are
and
not the
things.
customer of Facebook. You are the product.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And you don't see dick from it. Now, if they were handing out money in some ass or, free shit all the time, that at least would be a thing of, okay, you are our product, sure, but we're giving you some kind of a kickback.
But see,
Yeah,
Bob,
there's a benefit.
you're sounding very philosophically Marxist, and you don't even realize it. Because Marx actually posited that
I am so much into Marx, I am the Marxist.
but he actually posited that what will be the downfall of capitalism is the product nature or the work nature of capitalism, because basically we have people who work. I mean, there's even numbers to back it up, like how little vacation is taken in the United States.
It's
and
ridiculous.
how much time off is not given, basically, compared to the rest of the world, right? So he always said that basically humans, we like to create shit. Like, you're musically inclined, you're artistically inclined. So, no, I mean, but if you think about it, we're content creators just as natural, because he even said Homo sapien is a misnomer. It shouldn't even be that. But anyway, basically we like to create. So we create something, like even if we work in a factory, we're creating something.
Right.
That something is then taken away from us.
They take a baby.
And there is a profit gained at the top level, whereas the people at the bottom level receive kind of a pittance in comparison to what the top level brings in. And he always said that would be the downfall of capitalism.
And I can see that. that.
Once again, philosophical Marxism. I'm
They
not
took
going
our
like politically,
creations.
but that was one of one of his big keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so we had Facebook using these data mines, selling this data to Cambridge Analytica, which then turned around and sold all that data to various political organizations in the United States. So now we have a foreign entity using data that they've mined from U.S. citizens to directly, potentially, allegedly, directly impact a major
military earmuffs real
elections.
fast.
We'll just say
military earmuffs for it. Fucking stolen election. Thank you.
Yeah, elections. That's what we'll say there, right?
Well,
because it's not.
But it was a smart election.
But here's
it was
the
an
thing,
electoral college.
It's not. It's not. But the thing is, and when I say elections, it's because it's not finished. We are still. I mean, the ripple effects from this are going to be felt for a long, long time. So.
The status quo has changed, and it's fucking
But
terrifying.
here's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only changed for America because to me, I'm not even 100% mad at them, because how many times have we done the same shit to other
But
countries?
it hasn't only
That is
changed,
a fair
It
point.
hasn't only
It has-
changed for America. There was an election in France where the French officials actually intentionally leaked a secret set of documents, which were then used by foreign powers over social media to try and influence the French election. And the French officials then came out and said, oh no, we made all that stuff up. Here's our documented chain. This is where we prove that we intentionally created this to mislead foreign entities that were trying to influence our election. And here's the proof that foreign entities are trying to influence our elections. Look at Britain right now with Brexit. Look at the whole thing right now. Like, I mean, just dropped today, where we're in, the government officially announced that they're going to launch strikes against Syria.
Not gonna.
They did.
Oh, they already did.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry.
over the
this
night.
morning we're seeing the piles of rubble that are left.
Okay, so but that's all. Who did it? Did Russia launch the? I mean, Russia claims that Britain launched the gas attacks. Britain says no, it was Russia that launched the gas attacks.
I really hope we're living in a Bond movie when we come to find out it's some cat petting villain.
I'm waiting to wake
the
up.
only
I'm just
other
saying.
option is we're staring down the barrel of another great war. All we need is a Franz fucking Ferdinand.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much.
all we need. And
Yeah.
it is, and everybody's like, well, why are you finding this so? It's like, this is why it's terrifying to me. This is why I don't like talking about it.
Exactly.
I like trying to focus on something because pretty soon we're going to be in Judgment Day.
And it's terrifying because it's nothing but fucking cowards at the top.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the problem.
Well,
Whenever you
Well, no,
take a
here's the
coward
thing.
and
They're
you put a
looking out for
coward in the
themselves.
corner.
That's what they're doing. It's not necessarily cowardice. They are just looking out for themselves. They are. It is a self fulfilling prophecy that they are lining up behind the person that's calling the shots, and they are so afraid to step out and say anything against anyone for fear that they're going to lose that little seat of power that they have.
Yeah, because it's a cash cow. It's,
Exactly.
like what? What's the actual percentage? Because I've always just pulled a number
Well, I
out
mean,
of my
as
ass.
it
But
is-
most fucking bills are written just to give the lawmakers more money.
Right. I mean, those little earmarks that they throw in.
Most of the bills these days
put in it
are written by lobbyists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like our politicians don't even come up with the rules and the bills that they're trying to vote on.
I have said the Cincinnati Revolution more times in the last 3 months than anybody should ever fucking have to say in their goddamn lifetime. Every time when someone talks about the NRA, I have to throw the Cincinnati Revolution in their face that it was originally a good organization until some fuckers wanted goddamn money.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had to tell that story so fucking many times. Like, lobby does everything. Congratulations.
Yep.
You wanted your perfect capitalistic society. Now you have it. You're living. Congratulations, all of you jackasses. You're now living in an Ayn Rand book.
Yep.
Congratulations.
But she's a hero, Bob. Come on, look at Paul Ryan, and he's talking about how awesome Ayn Rand's philosophies were.
Yeah, everybody does.
And you heard too that he is no longer going to be running. He's not running this
because he knows
he's out. He's done after this.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't want
even someone like that.
But it's for the betterment of society.
Well,
it's not. He's not. I mean, he's just serving himself.
Yeah, you don't want to be the Speaker of the House when war happens.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he's getting out of ASAFP.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all fucked.
So regardless of whether the Facebook had influences in the election, I don't want to get into discussions about specifics, but this whole chain of events has led to some interesting policy, not necessarily in the United States. I don't know how much you guys follow global politics. There's
barely follow local. Fuck.
Okay, fair enough. So
there was a wreck in front of the house. What? It doesn't get any more local than that.
You ain't wrong.
In Europe, for example, they are passing this piece of legislation. I don't know what the acronym is, but it's GDRP. I could probably look it up, but whatever. It's a piece of legislation that they're enacting specifically to combat these huge corporate entities like Google, Facebook, Amazon, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but recently there's this new button on Facebook where you can download my data and you can look and see everything Facebook knows about you. The button was added because of GDRP. Our country is doing nothing to help us. The only people that are trying to combat these huge companies and corporations is overseas.
Mm-hmm.
We're, as horrible as it is, our policy is more aligned with China than with the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Blind jingoistic bullshit. Yeah.
President for Life Xing. That's a great idea.
I love it.
I mean, Trump thought it was an awesome thing.
Yeah.
Even Andrew Jackson didn't think that was a great idea. And
Andrew Jackson had some problematic everything.
So GDRP is General Data Protection Regulation.
That.
Thought it was the place Hellboy worked for.
Well, no.
Oh, shit. That was pretty
nobody
good.
else.
That was a
Nobody else thought that.
That was a good Hellboy pull, Bob.
Yeah, nice. No, I didn't even think.
I'm kind of sad.
Well, I've been so focused about this, and it's something that just really annoys me. So I mean, but literally, these companies. Okay, the economy of the future is not going to be production.
No,
there's no way, because I'm sorry, but no matter what our current political leaders here think, machine learning, AI, robots, they're going to replace the job force.
Yeah.
And for most little things, you have, printers are getting cheaper and
they'll
cheaper
still
and cheaper.
bandy about being all about bringing jobs back to America.
But hey, coal is important.
It was in 1950.
Coal.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's things like that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you laugh, but it's the joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's how out of touch our political leaders are. Coal, even with the government subsidies and everything, is losing to renewables.
Right.
And now you're going to get sued for saying that.
Yeah,
Like,
how dare you? How
that's
dare
the
you
hardest
sit here
thing,
in your gilded throne in Southern Kentucky and say that coal is
seriously,
out of
it's
date?
anybody who says coal's drowning gets, like, honest. If you do that publicly,
it's the same way with gun
it's
shaming.
So,
like
it's
all
so
that
bad
crazy
because
shit.
like, we're not floundering. I'm going to sue you in oblivion. It's like, why are you suing everybody who says that coal's dying? Could it be that you don't have that much money and you need it?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
So where our economy is going, whether our political leaders like it or not, these companies are mining our data and selling our information to make profit.
Yeah.
So the GDPR or GDRP or whatever the abbreviation,
GDRP.
The GDRP regulations state that now officially in paper, thanks to Europe, you have what's called the right to be forgotten.
Right.
You can go to any social network site, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, and they now have to, by foreign law, our government's not going to help us, but by foreign law, and since they operate in other countries, they have to be subject to laws of those countries. And because of those countries, it's almost impossible to make a system that works in one country but doesn't work in another country.
Right.
So since that's what happens a lot here. A law will pass in California, but since it's almost impossible to make just
for
California,
right?
They make the products meet the law for
everywhere.
The entire
country.
country.
Basically they put a rubber stamp on it for everyone.
So you can look at and download all of your data, and there's now a permanent delete option.
So you can clean wipe yourself.
It takes a few weeks to go through all the backups and all the servers and hit all of the redundancy.
Yeah, definitely would, yeah.
But it happens, and then you're gone. You never existed. They don't have your data anymore. And
I like that.
I still have a feeling that there would still be some sort of imprint somewhere.
There's still some server somewhere that was unplugged that my shit's still sitting on.
Because on an internet, whether it's it's something like a,
but then you can slam them because that was supposed to be deleted.
But see, with something like the internet, or even with like hard drives themselves, nothing is ever really, really, really gone.
Right.
It's still kind of
like
somewhere.
I was just saying, you at least have that legal step of saying, oh, hey, that thing that just magically came up, I told you to delete it, and you are now culpable for anything that happened. So have fun with that, bitch. So
yeah.
But guess what? They would still say the same thing, that technically,
well, you hit the delete button, and
technically nothing is ever,
and they would basically say our servers deleted it. We don't own that one, so you're gonna have to go after Hong Wei over there in North Korea and whatever. But
so here you go. Just for an example, Europe is not joking around with this. They are taking this stuff very seriously. The way they're looking at it, basically, their citizens are the natural resources of their countries. And these companies are exploiting...
Just like the fucking Matrix.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. These companies are exploiting these countries' natural resources. So basically, I mean, as sad as it is, really, they just want their money from their resources. So for an example, at the lowest level of infringement for breaking the GDPR, a fine of up to 10 million euro or 2% of the worldwide annual gross revenue, whichever is higher.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
But then again, that's
Holy
up
cow.
to.
That's for each infringement.
That's the lowest.
And that's the lowest tier.
Oh, okay. So there's different tiers. Because I know you said up to 10 million euros, which means it could still be like 200 euro.
True, but that's enough to make your sphincter pucker.
But see, the reason it says up to is it's up to 10 million euro or 2% of the worldwide annual gross revenue, whichever is higher.
So if the annual revenue is much lower, you can actually say, you know what,
euros.
If you find out like the 2% comes out to be 2 million,
right? And
you can actually say, it shouldn't be the 10 million, guys. Come on, we can do it lower. Then the judge can say that it's technically lower than the 10, but that 2% is your bottom, bitches.
Yeah, and then the upper fines are 20 million or 4% for every infringement. So if you just example,
how many users do you have on any of these that possibly could? I mean, people that could come and say, "Hey, this is what I'm after." You broke this, you broke your word with this. And
so for example, last year, I got to get a calculator because my math is not that bueno.
When he whips out the calculator to start figuring things out.
People are saying that. I love it.
So for example, last year, if Google had one infringement of one person's right to be forgotten,
okay,
they would lose $4.4 billion.
Holy cow.
1 infringement.
Now, this would be my question: that in the event that such a fine occurs, what does it go? Like, does it go to that country's federal government, and then what happens? Because I mean, that's
Where
always
does the money go?
Right, because
you
that's
gotta
always the
follow that
cynical thing
trail.
about our society is like you get a fine and it's supposed to go to schools, and
then
guess
it goes
what?
to-
It goes to the pocket of a senator for
Yeah.
kickback, or
Well,
to a lobbyist.
Yeah. So
Right.
since this legislation is EU legislation, it would go to the EU.
The European
The
Union.
Then
Okay.
it's just a bureaucratic nightmare seeing where it goes from there. But
Well, but I
Right.
mean, all of their economies are interlinked, so their core currency is all the same. So it would go to benefit all of the nations effectively.
Wow. That's still, I mean, that's
On the base,
not
that's
chump
what it should
change,
do.
though.
No,
Really? That's
practice
crazy.
is probably going to be a lot different because, hey, we're
'Cause
cynical as fuck.
There's probably is there 15, 20 countries in the EU, 4 billion. If you split it like straight down the middle, that would be like 500 or let's see, no, that's 50 million per or something like that, roughly. Yeah.
Still, though, I
per
mean,
country.
like I say, though, that's still not chump change, especially one infraction.
And that's for one person.
Yep.
so, wow.
So
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not messing around.
you might think, oh, they're going to cat and mouse the data and put it on some server. And if they get caught, it's big trouble.
If
So-
they get caught.
It's a high stakes game. But
Come
here's
on,
the thing.
Anonymous.
Oh, God.
Get our
fuck
back.
those cats. But no, like, seriously, somebody.
Bob,
No.
We're on the internet.
Jake, no.
Hey, Jake, nobody listens to this.
4chan will be the one that hacks them. The elite hacker 4chan will
Fuck.
take them out.
Oh my God, that was hilarious as hell. And I'm sorry, those people can go fuck themselves too.
I guess it is a good thing nobody listens. Good point, Bob.
Oh no, this is not our podcast,
Oh yeah,
Jake.
that's
It's
right.
okay.
More people listen to this one.
We still don't have a huge listenership, so it's fine.
This many. We have this many.
And that's including
I can
the
count
4
our
people at this
listeners on
table.
2 hands.
Assuming Ham
we're
does.
good.
He's quiet about it, so I'll include him just in case.
Yeah.
That's how many subscribers that I think we have, because within one day, that's how many downloads we have. We'll trail some more after that.
Yeah. We're about the same.
Except for that one boost from the
Yeah, when I bought ad space, yeah.
bought ad space on my brother, and me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
And the bad part of that is, then it was a clip show. That was right when Jake took like 2 weeks off on a vacation. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We always have bad timing. Like right when we start getting more people, he goes off for a while. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I
Right.
could talk
No,
to
I
the
went to
other
boot
hosts.
camp. Isn't
and
that
help
whenever it ran?
There's been a couple more. No. That was when you went on vacation to the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey, I guess I could call the other host, see if they want to do something. But I could also lay around without pants on. Then I lay around without pants on. So technically, I could still do it all over Skype and not wear pants.
Well, I was going to say, I'm not wearing pants right now, so.
Yeah, you are. Your legs are covered. You're wearing pants. When I say without pants, I mean the only thing between me and my...
They can't see that.
I can see it, and I will hold you accountable, good sir. Okay? In front of God and man and my pretty little phone.
Oh, wait, we're not the listeners. We're not viewers. We're
Yeah,
on
they're not
podcast.
viewers here. Yeah, they're not viewers yet. And if they were viewers, they know you were a lying liar face who's lying to me.
That's true. Well, I don't know.
You're
It depends
better
on
than that.
It depends on how the camera was framed. I can maybe keep it from like chest up.
Oh no, it'd be floor up.
Oh,
That
damn
way,
it.
even if
Yeah,
you were
okay.
rocking no pants, they'd
That's some
have a
Hollywood
great
shit
show.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
just
all right.
right on the ground, angle it just a bit up. It's like, hey, your ball's hanging out.
Did you see that guy's balls? Yeah, they were weird looking.
Are there supposed to be 3? So I mean, so we got Facebook, right? And then you've got companies like YouTube and Twitter, and I mean, like, all right. So for example, YouTube has been in all kinds of trouble lately, right? They had PewDiePie with the whole racist Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
They had Jake and Logan Paul with all the crap they stirred up. You've
Jake's
got
out
like
of his
these.
depth on this one. He doesn't dick around on YouTube.
You've got like
True
so
story.
we-
Unless
yeah,
it's like
I'm there
clips
with you,
from
dude.
Joe Rogan's podcast or like
Someone
listening to
will
Blank Space by Taylor Swift or
they'll send me, like, I'll get
dude,
a
I
link every now
legit
and
love
then.
that song.
No, that's not
Like,
a bad
it's kinda
song.
sad.
Yeah.
It's nice.
that
Yeah.
cover by
Her cover, like, of the the Mumford & Son, and they're covered it from someone else.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. I
The
just
sad thing
No,
is
no, no,
Blank
I'm thinking
Space
Blank-
was
I'm
not
not
supposed to
thinking
be
Blank Space.
for real. If that song was honestly about her realizing, like, wow, I've been in the middle of some dumb shit, that would have been a beautiful song. But really, it's like, no, I was thinking of like the idea people say that I'm like this, so that's what I kind of embody when like, no, just be real for once.
As a reformed slut, that's why I kind of really like the song, because I'm like, there's actually parts of this song I can actually sort of
So look up
relate to.
Look up "I Prevail."
Okay,
They cover that song, and it's amazing. Or I'll just show it to you later.
cool.
But you've got and then the other big thing that YouTube was in trouble for was like the creepy children's videos.
I've heard about that shit, and
What
of
was the
course
creepy
I've
children?
not looked at the creepy children.
So
shit.
it's like these weird mashup compilation, unauthorized. You've got like this freaky looking Peppa Pig ripoff that goes around with like this, like they're all weirdly animated and bad, but they've got like Peppa Pig with Batman and Spider-Man and Superman and all these like weird mix-ups, and the storylines are weird, and like sometimes the character will be a guy, sometimes it's a girl, they morph into other things, and it's all just like these weirdly algorithm generated stuff that is only designed to get views, and they get them in on the kids side of YouTube.
Oh shit.
And they're like the titles are algorithm generated. Like I can't remember them now, but one of them was like Peppa Pig, Superman, Batman, go to the store to da da da. I mean, it's like a
3
40
different exclamation marks, little X, big X, name, big X, little X.
Yeah, well, but they
they
do
throw
it.
in like specific words,
They-
so
yeah,
that way, no
they
matter
throw-
what you search, it pops up.
Exactly. Yeah.
They throw in all these
So if you're
weird
like, I want
keywords.
to look at Batman, Superman.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then that would pop up. Yeah.
You're only going to get the really little kids or the really old fucks.
Yeah, and so they do this, and they're animated, so they slide in on the children's YouTube, which is supposed to be safe for kids, but these videos are not safe for kids. You've got other stuff, people that are explicitly creating content that should not be, like racism, KKK. They're
I've also
making
heard there's
PewDiePie
some like
was,
sneak like
7 and up.
child porn
Yeah.
on YouTube, from what I've heard.
yeah, and
like they
Lord.
found ways to get around it and get like child porn into YouTube.
And let us not forget
Another reason I don't mess with YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
don't.
just
all of the little kids who have vlogs, because a lot of times, like, you know what? Yeah, this will help their self-esteem. It'll let them get things out. 90% of their comments are from the skeeviest of skeevy dudes.
yeah, like
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
borderline
It's-
pedophile.
That's
Yeah,
messed up,
it's just
man.
YouTube,
There's a
really.
reason why I have autoplay turned off on YouTube also.
Yeah.
That way if something, if I'm
You think
listening
you're
to
going to get
something,
child
I don't
porn
know
going
what's,
from Taylor Swift?
yeah, I don't know what's going to pop up afterwards, man.
Right.
So,
Probably
I mean, you're
more
right.
Taylor Swift, Jake. I don't think you need to worry about child porn popping up while you're listening to Taylor
once
Swift.
again,
Hey,
Again,
I'll tell you,
you
with
never
some
know.
of these weird algorithms, you never know.
you never know.
Weird Al?
T-Swizzle.
Not Weird Al.
Yep.
Algorithms. Now, if it's Weird Al, you definitely don't know what's going to pop up.
Oh, I do. Just because of my play history, it's always going to be a CNR.
Okay.
It's all like, yeah. I don't know why, because I guess it's probably because I love the fact that nobody else knows who Charles Nelson Riley is. So I watch CNR all the damn time.
Dude, Charles Nelson Riley is so amazing, dude. Good old match
It's sad that
game.
the only time I liked the White Stripes was when Weird Al was doing them.
Oh yeah.
Not like literally. You mean covering them.
Well, you know.
With his body.
You never know, Jake. Just think about it.
Hey.
That mass of curly hair.
He might have lucked out.
Deep
He
into
might
Jack
have
White.
lucked out and been
Just-
able to
just-
plow through Meg White, the hopes and
big
dreams
question
of
is-
like all 25-year-olds.
The big question is, Jacob, is his bush that long and curly too?
You don't hope so.
No,
I
I
would
would
hope
bet
so,
his
yeah.
taint hair is that long and curly.
Oh yeah, it's just one giant mass that just goes down to his knees.
It'd be like the
wiggle,
it'd be
wiggle,
like the
wiggle.
Hasidic curls that come down from under
Exactly.
the hat.
Exactly.
That would be his taint hair, like curled.
To
and
where
all.
in that aspect you have normal Weird Al face, then down below you have second Weird Al face. Where his Weird Al
His Weird
is
Al
also his face.
he has his face shaved into his pubes.
You wanted this, Claywell. You wanted this.
You asked for this.
I know.
You demanded this. Now take this.
I'm having fun. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit, man. Oh. like the Jake and Logan Paul stuff, I'm only like vaguely aware of. One of the podcasts I listen to, he talks about his son, like looking at the videos, like being a big, huge Jake and Logan Paul fan, but then his kids stopped watching it after the whole like Japanese suicide forest stuff.
Well, there was that. Right. They didn't start it, but they were one of the big ones that kicked off the whole Tide Pod Challenge thing.
Oh, God.
Other people had done it before, but it really took off when Jake and Logan, because they've got, millions of subscribers on YouTube. And when they did it, all these kids were like,
we can't get a fucking review on iTunes.
and here's I know we had to have had an episode where I talked about that bullshit, but seriously, it started as somebody making a joke, and then the news ran it like it was a real story, which made impressionable kids like, you know what? Should we be trying that? Right. So they did. It was a self-fulfilling bullshit, and everybody has had stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. How much, how many people do you know who huffed compressed air, who've done whippets, who have fucking just, some spray paint, sprayed into a bag. Everybody does fucked up shit.
We never huffed compressed air. We turned it upside down and sprayed each other in the arms at Walmart.
Because we're also idiots. I'm just saying, idiots are going to do idiot things.
Believe it or not, sometimes I know I already dropped the name, but at the world's largest retailer, you get really fucking bored whenever you work in electronics.
Yeah.
The old D5, recognize.
That's right. And then you got to go clean gum off the floor and shit, which is technically what we were supposed to be using that for. Because it freezes it.
Yeah. And then you just call extension 105, please. Dude, that was my shit. I loved getting on the intercom. That was so much fun.
I did it once, and I used that radio voice.
Yeah, and Jake definitely has a face for radio. I mean voice. I meant voice.
I actually tried to do an impersonation of The Rock.
He has a face only a mother could love, which explains his Oedipus complex.
Was it the second or the third Mummy movie that had The Rock?
Second. Wait.
Yeah, whichever one it was.
No, it was the second. The third one had Jet Li.
So they wanted me to do a read over the intercom.
Yeah.
So I kind of picked it up and I was like, finally, The Rock has come back to home video. And then I kind of like totally plugged that movie from there. It was kind of fun. Even funnier was our Aunt Margaret Ann.
Oh God!
So we had this great aunt. I'm sorry, this is going to be a total like off subject. So our great aunt Margaret Ann, she had breast cancer, so she lost one of her boobs, right? So my granny, she was in Walmart the big box retailer one day, and
Sam Walt can eat a dick. Okay,
and so I'm talking to her, and she's like, "Hey, you want to call Margaret Ann back here?" And I was like, "I would love to." And so I get on the horn, and I'm like, Margaret Ann Childers, your party is waiting for you back in electronics. Margaret Ann Childers, your party is waiting for you back in electronics. She was at the front of the store, and I hear, "Where's my party at?" and I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this. As she walks back, she's like, "Hey, I'm here. Where's my party?" She always says she wanted to be the first ever one boob waitress in Hooters history.
Oh my God.
She did not have the anything for that.
She was just the funniest crazy old lady, man. But anyway, sorry, go ahead. I started thinking about the Walmart horn history, so that was always the best.
Yeah, you're good.
Look, yeah, you're good. You're good.
When it's time to change.
You know we done ruined your shit when you Peter Brady.
It's usually me Peter Bradying, so I'm glad it's somebody else.
I get throat problems.
But no, in regards to the Paul shit, they handled that the dumbest. Now, if you would said like we were filming this thing and we're not going to release it because we didn't realize that it was a forest used and we found XYZ, dude hanging in a goddamn tree. We can't. We're not going to have an episode this week. Bam! You have any idea how much freaking play that gets? You get so much more money,
right?
And you're also not a giant piece of shit.
Yeah. Instead,
you're less of a giant. piece of shit.
You're absolutely not. By saying we were filming, we saw this. That's bad. So we're not going to have a video. There's nothing being a shit about that. That's actively not being a piece of fuck.
Right. And to if anybody's not familiar. So what happened was they have a YouTube channel, they do videos, and they went to this forest in Japan, which is
at the base.
Notorious
Yes.
for having people go there specifically to commit suicide.
Right.
And
It's
you can
supposed to be a
you can
beautiful
hike and you'll
forest,
find a
too.
bunch
Yeah,
of
I mean-
freaking notes. It's
Yeah.
retching.
Yeah. There's even a movie that was made about it not too long ago. I
Right.
can't remember the name, but
The Sleeping Forest or
Wasn't
something
very
like that.
good.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember watching it. It was
So they go in there, and while they're filming, they actually find a person who had hanged themselves from a tree. And instead of being respectful and cutting the video or just editing that part out or whatever, they leave it in. Not only do they leave it in, they proceed to crack jokes and make fun of the deceased.
Mm-hmm. Especially in Japan, that's like way
Well, I mean,
uncool.
if you see some of the other
that's
outtakes,
uncool anywhere you are.
True.
But
if you see some of the other outtakes from their video, I mean, that's just how they are. They have no respect for anyone. They were at a temple in Japan, and they were like trying to do skateboard tricks on some of the shrine. They were like,
They were being the thing that everybody hates
they were
about
being the
America.
obnoxious Americans. Yeah, there was a wishing well.
even fucking Bam Margera and those dudes wouldn't do shit like that, and that ought to tell you something.
I mean, when you're at
Yeah.
a temple,
Yeah.
a holy place to these people, and so there was a wishing well where you would respectfully put your coin in and say
Right.
your wish. And they took like a handful of coins and just kind of lobbed them up and let them all splash. And they were like screaming wishes at the well. And the security came and had to escort them
God.
off the premises. And
This is the reason why I flip out on people in public when they're assholes.
exactly.
I mean, really.
I do. I lose my shit.
So then how does YouTube handle it? Right. So, okay. They shut down Jake's, right. Jake is the older one, right? I think.
Yeah, Jake. I don't fucking know. I had no idea who these people were. I'd be walking to a place I'd see get these posters for Logan Paul. It's like, who the fuck is Logan Paul?
Yeah. Okay. So whichever one the older one is.
Bob knows more about ICP than he does Jake and Logan Paul, and that's really, really funny.
Yeah,
to me.
because I grew up inundated with it.
So anyway, they shut down their channel for a little while. They demonetize all their videos for a little while, and then they come up with this new policy. And the policy, which was supposed to punish people like PewDiePie for making his racist statements,
Just
like Jake and
fucked
Logan
everyone.
Paul. So these guys have millions of subscribers. Their videos get hundreds of millions of views every video, and YouTube's policy to punish these giant content creators with these huge followings is anybody that has less than 1,000 subscribers can no longer make any ad money on YouTube.
Yeah, that
Didn't
makes
they-
sense, doesn't it?
Well, didn't they already have it to where you could only make ad money if the video
Yeah,
hit
they
a certain
did
amount
have-
of views anyway?
This is true.
No. What they
Views,
had
but not
was
followers.
Yeah, the video had to have so many views, but the channel
Gotcha.
had to have at least 1,000 subscribers before
Gotcha.
any video could be monetized.
and that's not going to cut.
that doesn't touch them at all.
Jake and
It just
Logan
stops
Paul
any
have
new
millions.
people
Exactly.
from doing anything.
It stops anybody from getting off the ground. So basically, they have killed any competition that could try to surface for Jake and Logan Paul.
and they're basically saying,
PewDiePie.
hey, if you're huge, it's okay, but if you're not, then
So if you have anybody
Exactly.
who you have to have tons of exposure before you can do anything, because you can always just do a Patreon instead. You have to be known for that,
Right.
Like the
Yep.
most
Right.
successful that I've ever seen a Patreon was freaking Jim Sterling's. He was just a reviewer, all right, bounced around from a bunch of sites, hated it, absolutely hated because he actually had someone from Konami calling Destructoid's sports editor to ask him why Jim did a shitty review. It's like, because your fucking game blew, bro. I mean, seriously. So he finally got done with all that crap because, he was with Escapist during oh God, what was it? What was the Gamergate bullshit?
Right.
And apparently Escapist loved bagging on women. So he's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm out. And started a Patreon to where his only thing is $1. That boy
Cool.
makes so much money just from that because he releases a reliable set of content. And he absolutely just stopped doing reviews because one of the last ones he did was for Breath of the Wild. Said it was a good game. Everybody wanted to fucking kill him for it because he gave Breath of the Wild a 7 instead of a 10. Me, I would have given it a 3 because that game fucking sucked.
Yeah, we know you don't
I
like it.
hated that game.
But a lot of people, it's
but
not.
no, it's
There's actually a lot of content creators on Instagram,
Right.
like nude model types, like, you know, that are genuinely trying to create like an art type of nude model, just not like, oh, here's my boobs, you know, give me some money kind of thing.
But
that use
there's too many people
Patreon.
who just do that. So
Correct. But there are those who use not only that, but even Snapchat. Like they've started to monetize Snapchat to where, look, if you are
get access
on this,
to my friends list, you have to pay me XYZ.
right. If you're on this tier, which I mean, some people, even if you have 1,000 patrons that give you money a month, even if it's $1, that's $1,000 right there. But you know, not all of them are going to be the $1,000. Like there's one, I think the top of her tier is like $350, and it's like the amount of content is crazy. But I was like, still, why would there's at least one of those 1,000 people that are paying $350 a month. There's at least however many that might be paying $20 a month.
Right,
so even if all 1,000 were paying $20 a month, now all of a sudden you're looking at like what, $2,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
but even
it grows
to get
exponentially depending
Right.
on contribution. So,
But if you're trying to get someone with YouTube, you're fucked out the gate with that. Like you have to find some alternate source to even get to a point to where you're known. Because with that, I knew about the views. I didn't know about the follower alteration that they did.
Yeah. So that was how they were going to punish these huge channels. You had
By
to have,
punishing not huge channels.
Exactly. And then, so that led to, I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but like recently there was this lady, I don't know her name. I don't know the whole situation, but her channel was one of those with a small subscriber base that all of her videos got demonetized. So she drove to one of the YouTube main headquarter buildings in
Oh, is that what,
out west.
is that what it was about?
Oh. Didn't know what that was about.
Because I know her channel, she was like a
motivational speaker.
No, I can't, like
guidance counselor.
I don't want to say violent, but
like
a strong, outspoken
she was
vegan.
a mukbang?
Vegan.
Okay.
She was like, and all of her content on her channel was
so like the left nut of a supreme leftist liberal.
Yeah. So like all of her channel content.
Oh, Fox News came so hard that night.
Yeah. All of her channel's content was basically like slaughterhouse videos and how animals are treated and in these factory
Pita wet
farms.
dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason her stuff got demonetized was, one, her subscriber base was too small, and two, it was
violence porn.
It was violent content. So yeah, they pulled it. Well, she just thought, it's the,
it's the establishment.
The establishment, or like I can't think of any big company, but like Tyson. Yeah, Tyson Foods has paid YouTube to shut me down, or whatever. I don't know.
The fact you just showed throats getting slit for freaking 5 hours. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And air hammers being driven into the back of a cow skull or whatever. Yeah, and so.
You don't need to show us. We know that stuff exists. It's still horribly douchey to throw it around like that.
Yeah, right. But how does shutting down these smaller channels solve the problem?
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything.
She got a hell of a lot more views after what she did at YouTube, though, didn't she?
Well, they pulled all of her stuff.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about on news networks.
Well, actually, not as much as you think, because people were tossing in fake shit left and right.
Well, true.
And she shot herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying we got a lot more. She got a lot more coverage that day than.
But true. And here's the problem, because YouTube could do more. But what are people going to do? Say, oh, because YouTube put these rules in place, I'm now going to use Vimeo. Fuck no! YouTube is still the go-to place.
Still exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's still around.
With YouTube, since they are the go-to content spot for stuff like this, they can set a better precedent than what they are. They're just not doing it.
Well,
right.
And so,
and that goes right back to the whole responsibilities of these outlets. I mean, where do we draw a line, and what do we set as a standard for any of these entities that are out there?
Right. So our last big one is Twitter, right? And Twitter for since their inception has been the free speech wing of the free speech party, right? Okay. Their whole corporate stance is, we're not going to censor anything, period. They don't censor hate speech. They don't censor.
It is basically whatever comes out of your tweet it's on you.
Yep. But the problem with that is they have no way to hold anybody accountable, because as of recently anyway, there's no, like, anybody can create an account with no credentials.
Right.
Like you can just make up a new Twitter account on the spot. You don't have to have a valid
There's
email
plenty
address.
of eggs running around. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to be verified.
Right.
And one of the biggest things for me about Twitter is because of their lack of censorship, I think it leads to a lot of like a echo chamber effect, right?
Okay.
So I'm a flat earther, right? The world's flat. It's not round. So I get on Twitter. I only follow flat earther people. So I only hear people talking that reinforce the opinions I already have.
I can hear that. I can see that. Yeah.
So I'm just strengthening my own position.
And that's kind of
Does
going
this
to be
sound
most
familiar?
of social
You're
media.
feeding
I think.
yourself.
That's
what
most of
it's
social life, period. Because most people, even before then, if you only hung out with your echo chamber, the echo chamber will never go away. It has always been a
right.
thing.
You migrate toward comfort, and that's
but we're
where
all
we're
friends.
at. I mean,
We're all friends, right?
right.
We have similar opinions about most topics, I would say.
Yep.
We don't agree 100% on everything, and we can have a civil discussion of disagreement.
But you can't do that with 280 characters or on Facebook,
Right.
which is why I quit Facebook.
Because if I don't agree with you on
Not
Facebook
a big deal. He's just said it every episode since he did it.
or Twitter,
Yeah. Were you a
You can't
hashtagger?
kick me in the shit as quickly, bitch.
if we get on these platforms, right, and somebody disagrees with us or says something we don't like, what do? You either unfollow them or you try to say, hey,
This is my opinion.
why do you feel that way? And I don't know if you guys have, I tried a couple of times. If you ever try to engage with anybody and they're just like, because fuck you, that's why, because I said it and it's right and you're wrong and
Yes.
go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Like you can't talk with people like that.
or they hit you with the post hoc ergo proctor hoc argument. The whole
He's speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Are you okay? Did you
Like,
stroke?
what
So,
was that? That was
basically-
literally me not knowing what the fuck you just said.
So, well, hold on. Let me find my shock face. It's got to be somewhere between here and Salt Lake City. No, basically, it's whenever you make one argument and then they say, well, but this happens on this side. And so basically, it's taking what you said and then saying, well, because this happened over here, then that means I'm more right. It's like half subject change and half trying to prove that they're right.
So what about her emails? It's
Exactly.
In an example, it's what about her emails?
Exactly, 'cause it's
sir,
like-
we're talking about the economic crisis that you threw us into, but what about her emails?
It's
So
like-
what about Hillary's email? Yeah,
Exactly. So everything kind of goes to that. And that's whenever I hit my breaking point was whenever the Lakeland stuff happened. And there's like
Which
the Lakeland, Florida, the high school.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Parkland.
Or Parkland.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
That's-
Parkland.
The sad thing is we didn't know which shooting he was talking about.
Exactly. So after that one, I
Amen.
tried to have an actual civil discussion, right? I'm like, there is fact in this meme that the AR-15 is the weapon of choice in mass shootings. You can't dispute that. And they were still disputing it and saying, oh, this is bullshit. I was like, look, just because this is factual does not mean that you're completely incorrect. I'm trying to agree with you on certain points. No, and it just was not. And then there were all these other jackasses throwing into it.
So much
and,
tunnel vision, and involved in something like that, though.
and it was somebody we worked with at Walmart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's what,
And I was like, if we were sitting in the smoking break room, completely different conversation if we were having this at that point in time.
exactly because they have to
Right.
look at your face.
Mhm.
Right.
They have to be sitting there. in the
True,
room with
because
you.
one of the few political discussions I had with somebody face to face was at the Walmart. It was after I started in
At the big box retailer, Bob.
You've
Fuck
already,
you,
you've
Sam
already
Walton.
you've already said it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Walmart. It's going a while ago, y'all. All
That's
right. So, and it was around election time, around the 2004 election, and they asked why I wasn't voting. It's like, well, it's called the Electoral College because these were older people because
Right.
this was a generational thing. After a certain time, people started teaching you about the Electoral College. They had no idea it existed. They thought their vote was the vote that matters. Like, no, you vote for the person who's voting. It's that simple. Like, it's kind of a busted thing to do.
Right.
And we had like they learned something. I learned something because I can't remember what they taught me, but it was just a back and forth kind of thing.
But
And
I did learn something.
yes, I learned something. I know that, but I didn't care enough to, remember.
Commit it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm me. Shit. Are you surprised, Jacob? Are you shocked?
No.
Okay.
But
But
no,
no, that's something like
shock face.
in today's
No
society,
shock
it
face,
would
though.
be shouting, "Hey, motherfucker! It's called the goddamn electoral fuck mothering college. Stop being an idiot." Because you could easily do that because you don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly. Right. And so, this all goes where I'm kind of
Trying to shove us finally.
yeah, no.
You're
Trying
pulling,
to
no, not
gently
shoving us.
guide
You are
us.
pulling us into the point.
not to a conclusion, but to this specific point that I want to make is like if you look at the way our country is running right now, if you want to call it running, I'm pulling, I'm tugging real fucking hard. Get in the backpack, boys. We're going.
He's going to sabu us through a coffee table,
Yes,
Bob.
we
So,
are doing physical gags on an audio medium. Sorry.
as per usual.
So our political system in the last 15, 20 years, right, has become
Fucked up.
so divided that
It's true.
that like I mean
It cannot stand.
used to,
This
Come on.
aggression cannot stand.
No,
that's
man.
Idiot, I was going to nation divided cannot stand.
but yeah,
Jack.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean it's Republicans, the
polarized.
Republicans
Mhm.
versus the Democrats, and there's no
No
I mean
middle
It's
ground.
us and them, not we.
right.
Yep.
There's no middle ground. Like you used to have Republican senators that would vote to pass Democratic bills. You would
And
have
vice
Democratic
versa.
senators
Yep.
that would vote to pass Republican bills. Like the people worked together to
Mhm.
solve problems. And
get
now,
It's all partisan politics now.
right. And I think,
Because there's
these-
more money in partisan politics.
Yeah.
well, I mean, so part of it is
Well,
the
no,
repeal.
yeah, there is, and it's the fact that you have these large like lobbying firms and things like that that are
Well-
pumping so much money into their agenda.
Right. Part of it is the repeal of the financial
Right.
campaign finances
Right.
laws that got removed so that
Koch
companies,
brothers and such.
yes,
Yes.
Surprise.
Yay.
so that people could pump as much money into political campaigns as they wanted to through super PACs, which I think is a huge mistake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is that, but I think part of it also is our fault. We're using these social media platforms and we're focusing ourselves
Mhm.
so much on our own views and no dissenting opinions allowed that you only support the one view that you hold and you
And it's reinforced
refuse-
every time that you
exactly
log in.
Yeah.
The question is chicken or the egg? Did politics become that way and we parroted it, or did they become that way because they saw what their constituents were doing? And not only that, I mean, hell, like who started it? I mean,
well, here's
seriously,
something
was it
too
us?
that
Who
Was it
made
them?
who?
Well,
Yeah,
here's something.
Who made you?
Something
Made
too.
who?
I ask
Ain't nobody
is-
told you?
Nope, not yet.
Yes, we were pleased with ourselves.
It was funny and it worked. It fit. I like it. But yeah, no, really. How did I mean? I don't know how it came about, but it's there, and
It
Like-
needs to be addressed.
I think it was a
Something
slow
has- yeah,
evolution.
something
Yell
has
at
to-
the
It was,
fucking
but
tiger. Put that bitch on the table and yell at it.
right.
So this, I mean, these platforms that we've developed, I think, is what the catalyst is for it, though.
Right.
I don't think necessarily it's a chicken and egg type thing. I think that once this was developed, we always had that,
I mean,
and now it's just been focused.
exactly. The two-party system has always been flawed.
Mm-hmm.
True,
But I know me and Bob talked about it one time, but 9/11 itself gave people a reason, gave one specific political party reason to be isolationists.
Yeah,
It became
True.
we can no longer be a world player. We have to worry about our own interests, but also, let's take advantage of poor countries and send factories there and still pay people a pittance. But that specific event, I think we could kind of spider webbed out from there, because everyone who had that screw everybody else kind of mentality that's especially popular here in the South, because they're very isolationist in the South. So
Right.
of course they're going to feed toward that one party that's going to pump them full of those bullshit ideals. And it all stems from that one event.
right?
They're so scared of the other, they'll fuck their sister.
Well, they don't need to be scared to do that.
Like, man, I know. Like, no. Everybody out there is evil. Hey, Margaret, how you doing? Why don't you come on over here?
Closer kin, deeper in. Right?
We can certainly try.
I mean, I don't know about sister, first cousin maybe, but yeah, sister.
Don't look, asshole.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit.
So we've got these big companies, right? We got these big social media organizations. What responsibility do they have? Do they have any responsibility to us? Is their only responsibility to the shareholders to make as much money as they can? Like
in a capitalistic society, yes.
They will get away line. With anything they can. They will go until somebody says stop.
Right, and they'll push
keep
that
going because they
boundary.
didn't say the safe word.
Because it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask permission.
Oh no,
Yes.
it's easier to feign your apology written and then go into rehab for a couple of weeks and continue.
It's easier to say nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. They don't have to ask forgiveness. They don't have to ask permission. They just do it, and nothing is said.
right. Oh yeah,
because
totally.
it'll be forgotten in a week. It'll be fucking forgotten in a week.
The next headline is going to spin it out of the general view of the public, so it's gone.
And just by looking at common trends, within a week, some school will get shot the fuck up, so everybody will be looking at that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth. It's whatever is on the television on that day at that moment, because it can change from like minute to minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for example, last night I was watching one of the major news shows, right? And then suddenly, breaking news: the president's going to speak from the Oval Office. Oh, we struck
bombing
Syria,
the shit out of Syria,
and
without congressional approval.
Everything changed. So, I mean, it's like, they were talking about this, and then suddenly it's like, oh, let's talk about this, and this. Changed like that. So, it's yeah.
No, yeah.
It makes me clench my teeth a little bit.
What?
Now, why do you think I talk about dolphins all the time?
How are the Dolphins doing?
You know what? They're doing pretty well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah.
That's the worst part about that is when people actively ask it. It's like, man, that's supposed to be rhetorical as fuck. What am I going to say?
Maybe you should start watching the NFL and watching the Dolphins.
Any sport whatsoever.
Fuck that.
I could tell you a little bit about how the PGA Tour is going right now. That's about as far as it goes. That's
about the pudgy dude who won the Masters last year.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just look up like the last game score. It's like, they lost.
Did you see that ludicrous display last night? What was Vinga thinking bringing Walcott on that?
So that's the problem about Arsenal. They always try to walk it in, and it's all I know.
Arsenal.
Wait, I'm gonna go
walk it in.
I'm gonna guess IT crowd. Hey,
ding, ding, ding. Circle gets a square.
Oh, when did the British learn to drink like that? You people drink like you don't want to live. We do. What is it?
Okay, Jake, no.
Shut up, Bob.
1 reference good. 2 reference okay. You go into 4, babe.
I love that episode.
That's fun. It's a great show. So, but what do you do you guys have any opinion? Like, what do you think could be done to
honestly,
should they be held accountable? I mean, I don't know.
Yes, they should, and the only way they're going to is for people to keep hammering the message long after people stopped fucking caring, because
that's the hard
these
part.
people survive, they thrive in the half-second attention span. I've seen mayflies with longer attention spans than these motherfuckers. And
right.
Everybody will just let it go. Like, no, you keep bringing it up. It's like, honestly, if you, every time the president says something, someone raises hands like, hey, what about all the women you raped?
And then
bam.
Chirp.
Yep. Who cares if nobody answers it? Who cares about that? If someone keeps bringing up, just bam, just put them to task all the fucking time. You be that asshole.
That's really why I love the movie The Post, is because some of where they inserted clips from recordings from Nixon at the White House, you realize just how much of a Nixonian presidency we're actually living through right now.
Dude,
possibly
it's
even
mirrored.
worse.
Yeah.
Well, he does record everything on Twitter.
And now he doesn't even record it like it's sanctioned recording by the FBI and the NSA. They were, and it's not just his conversations. They record everyone's conversations.
Every tweet is at the Library of Congress is recorded within Library of Congress.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just like personal phone calls and everything. Like they can monitor all that.
They monitor everything.
And it's all because of the Freedom
Patriot Act.
Patriot Act.
Patriot Act. Freedom of Information Act.
Again, I wasn't surprised because the way I looked at that is they were doing that shit in the 50s with McCarthyism, and now all of a sudden technology gets better and you expect them not to be looking.
The thing,
right.
With all of this. With this, when
Used
they found out about
they actually had to like put something on reel-to-reel tape. Now they just go record, and
you see,
that gathers everything.
There was always two type of people whenever this type of information comes out. When the NSA tapping came out, when this freaking Facebook shit came out, you have people just shouting, "What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with this?" Then you have it's like, yeah, I kind of fucking already figured they were doing that.
Yeah.
Why do you think I've only ever sent like maybe
I can honestly say
tell you like, hey, the NSA was wiretapping.
I was going to Snowden comes out. We were like, yeah, and
speaking of that,
but see, the only thing that bugged me about that is
that always bugs me. Period.
I wish he would have just stuck around and like went through court and still put everything everybody in the public on blast.
Yeah.
Because by running it makes you look
you
like
need to understand everybody was being a fuck. Okay. Yes, Senator, I will be at your congressional hearing. Like yes, we did do that. We did that well.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of the WikiLeaks guy, not Snowden. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, I think you're doing Assange.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But, wait, didn't Snowden also look exactly like Zuckerberg? Or am I just compiling all three of them together?
He's kind of a blondish looking dude, Snowden is, right? Kind of long
he's the
blonde.
birdish looking motherfucker, yeah.
He's kind of more birdish looking, yeah.
But
that was a good documentary, though. Whatever the name of that was on HBO. I forget the name of the documentary. Like, where they actually, like the
Snowed in?
Dude, missed opportunity. They should have used that. But no,
it's a snow day.
Journalist who like was taking all the shit with him, like whenever he was in Hong Kong and everything. They actually filmed all that shit too.
Oh wow!
So yeah, cool.
Well, I mean,
it's a good documentary.
But the reason Snowden, he had reason for what he did.
He
didn't want to release any sensitive classified information to the public.
Well, and he even says it himself. He said that whenever he knew he had to change was whenever he saw his boss's boss lie in front of Congress saying, no, we are not monitoring anyone who is not connected to terrorist activity. They said, like, the public at large, we are not monitoring.
The very first instance of the actually interjection.
Right? Yeah, and that's whenever he realized he could not go to his superiors and be like, they lied, because it would have got lost in the shuffle.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would not have made it to where it needed to be made. That's why I wish he wouldn't have ran. I wish he would have just put it out there.
I wish he was smarter not to run to fucking
and
Russia.
Just be like, you know what? Here I am. If fucking Jack Ruby comes from the grave and shoots me, then you know something's up.
Yeah, but maybe he knew that Trump was going to win and Russia would protect him.
Ooh, yeah. We're talking deep state
we got
here,
like some real fucking foil around here.
Why would you want to
go? Dude, I'm waiting for him to bust through the windows.
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna refute that.
Oh shit! He found out. Fucking erase the shit.
Mr. Hoover, if you're listening, I'm going to refute this now. Well, sort of in a way, because
this will be used
if he
against you
knew
when
that
you
was
become
going to
president.
happen,
You know
that means
right,
he
Bob?
knew what Russia was.
If you're listening, Russia,
because Russia was building all this bullshit. He knew that. Would you want to be around? Well, you remember how when this started? I'm bringing this back to the beginning where I said I'm really hoping we find out this is a Bond villain. Congratulations, it is a Bond villain. That motherfucker needs a scar on his eye and a goddamn cat. All right, Putin is a fucking Bond villain.
Yes,
well,
he
if
is.
you knew all, if he
Really
knew all
is,
that,
no doubt.
there's no way in fuck he would run to Russia.
But where
he would have got kidnapped by Russia, of course. He would have ended up in Russia, but not by choice.
But where better to be? The company that's getting fucked, or the country that's doing the fucking?
Sweden.
You mean Switzerland?
Switzerland is third party, but
neutral, right?
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to stick with that because I'd rather be in Sweden.
What's so great about Sweden?
There's some attractive
because he
females.
did a. I
mean, I really don't know, but the flag's a big plus.
Hi too.
But don't.
Cross podcast. Hi too.
But I mean, do you think these companies should feel like an internal pressure to regulate themselves to be better? I mean, I know Zuckerberg is now at Congress saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to do better." But if you look back at his history, he's been saying that shit for 10 years.
I don't feel like
look at every.
Here's the thing: I don't feel like any company can self-regulate itself to the point that it needs to be. But then I also don't think that our Congress or our government has the ability or the know-how to necessarily manage a company like that.
It's just another too big to fail.
Which watchdog do we need, and how do we get that?
I mean, so
who watches the watchdog? Watching the Watchmen, watching Watchmen.
Inception.
Fuck Dr. Manhattan.
But
Ozymandias. No, we're not having this conversation. Continue.
But you can tell by watching some of the interview, like the testimony that Zuckerberg's doing right now. These people have they have no idea what they're asking.
Right.
Like,
you can tell them that it's the flux capacitor that caused the flange to act up, and they'd believe you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can
Internet tubes were built by these motherfuckers. The term internet tubes were created by these types of idiots.
Yeah. So
it's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Senator, Roswell is real.
Yeah, they've got these people asking questions. The people asking the questions don't even understand what they're asking.
Exactly.
How are they supposed to understand the answers?
And how are they supposed to regulate? And which is why I see the thing is like, what should be done? I honestly think what you said about the EU, if they stick to that and it causes an actual result, that is going to be the wake up call.
I mean, I think so too. I think the only way to
forced accountability, just accountability, not bad press. You take someone's fucking money,
that's
they're
where it
forced
hurts.
to. Exactly.
The wallet is where it hurts.
You hit them right where it hurts.
And they're Thai lady boys.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So be just like Andrew Jackson.
The Tidy Whiteys, is that what you said?
Wait, just like Andrew Jackson and his Thai lady boys?
I don't think he did Thai lady boys, but...
No, that's a Trail of Tears. Oh, God, I'm going to hell.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
But yeah, I agree. I think the only way we're going to get any results out of this is to take their money, to make them hurt.
But you have to have the people to have the balls to put that in place.
Exactly.
Again, and they're cowards.
And if you think of America,
is this our official announcement that we're running for office?
Hey, I've actually kind of been looking into it.
Here's the thing, Jake.
There is a website called nowdosomething.org, I think is what it's called.
I have gone to those, like a couple of different websites that has, these are the forms that you need to file. Yeah. This is who you need to talk to. I've looked at that more than once.
I have too, because I've thought about it. I'm like, I'm not above my own station being like, hey, I'm in the U.S. Navy Reserve right now. And guess what? I'm in IT, so I have some technological know-how, and I can ask the right questions and get shit done.
Hey,
right.
Jacob.
Use that position.
Yeah. A single Google search will ruin your campaign.
Yep.
Unless this whole delete my shit helps you.
But guess what? And if somebody brought it up, all I'd have to say is, I already have my top secret SCI eligible security clearance. Guess what Trump's son doesn't have?
Oh, Jake.
Not even a temporary one. So.
Okay, here's what your response will be.
That would be
during
my
the
response.
Debate. Okay, because
specifically
as a thing, there's a picture of him with Vanilla Ice. All right.
Google search my name and it's the third image that pops up.
All right. You know what you can say?
No.
You can actively apologize.
Hold on, I'm doing it.
With like a giant.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You can say, I am sorry, that is true, that picture was taken, and I apologize in front of all of you right now for taking a picture with Vanilla Ice.
I'm sorry that I hung out with
son of a.
You very
He's
well
actually kind of short.
It's not even. It's the second photograph. It's moved up.
Oh God! And look at the fourth, Jake. I would like to hold you accountable for the fourth image.
That's like your.
That's actually a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that's one of your profile.
No. I want to ask Google Plus about your Liev Schreiber facial hair right there.
That was before you could do selfies with the selfie camera, so I had to kind of. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Jake F. Schreiber.
That was a good time. But I had to be more forthright with information during my clearance interview
because it's gonna come up.
Well, here's the thing too, though. I mean, realistically,
they were like, "Whoa!"
When you don't lie, though, Or you don't withhold information, they go, okay,
it can't
so
come
you've
out
come
by
clean on this
She
shit.
just asked me if I ever
spin it.
smoked weed, and I was like, "What's your definition of smoking weed?" And she's like, "Look,
What is the
in
definition
reality,
of
a
smoke?
lot of people they've smoked weed
I
some
did
point
not
in
have
various
sexual
ways,
relations
right?"
with that woman.
And so I was just honest with her. I was like, "Look, I never
inhaled.
smoked every day or anything like that.
Jimmy
it was just
inhaled, I always
occasionally with my
exhaled."
friends." And I was like, "I haven't done it since 2004 because I grew up."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay." And
Well,
that was
no,
it.
literally
I
because
mean,
he grew up
but
and he
that-
did not
that's
know
the-
who to ask.
Dude, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Honesty.
Yeah.
It comes down to that.
And how exactly do you know Rob Van Winkle?
Even when
Fuck,
she asked
that's
about
his
my
name,
dad, I was
ain't
like,
it?
guess what? My dad is probably into some bad shit, and I don't communicate with him because I want to stay away from that bad shit.
Oh my god, her skin should have
asked
exploded in
what the
flames
ad-
by saying probably. That much of a lie should have set both of you on fire.
Yeah, so
in
I
the
was just
pants
like,
region.
I was like, so I don't talk to him so that I don't have to deal with any of the bullshit. She's like, okay.
But like, that's what we're saying, though. The honesty. That's
Yeah,
the bottom line of it. So if you get to that, just the basics of, okay, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. I'm not going to lie about what I'm saying.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
you don't
It's
have
always the
issues.
lie that gets your ass.
It's
It's always the cover up. It's not the what actually happened.
Right. Absolutely.
Always.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the mob boss that has to lie.
Right.
You know.
Yep. No, I didn't take a club to that guy's legs. What do you take me for?
Who
No,
says
I
I
didn't.
have a mother?
Who says I have a mother?
Who says I have a mother?
Yeah.
Hey, that actually reminds me. There was a really good podcast called Crime Town that talked about the mob scene in Rhode Island in the 70s and 80s.
Really? Yeah.
on-
It's a good one.
On The Simpsons, they got the character.
I
like,
haven't watched Simpsons since like
well,
2000.
They got the mob
Same.
boss, Fat Tony, and his little lackeys, and one of them, his name's like
Yeah.
Sammy No Lips or something. I don't know. He never actually says anything. And one of the other mob guys comes up to him and he's like, "Yo, Sammy, how's your mom?" And he goes, "Who says I have a mother?"
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
So where do we go?
I don't
What
know.
do we do?
It's
Delete
it's,
my account. Hashtag delete my account. That's where
Did
we
you
go.
just
Hashtag
visually
delete Facebook.
Did you
Hashtag
both
delete.
have? Oh God, I'm getting it for both
no,
ends.
dude. I still have mine.
I
No,
still
my
technically have
problem
mine
was the
because I
visually
the-
doing the
the
hashtags,
hashtag.
and then he
Here you go.
fuckers.
So are we joining movements now?
Well,
Can
I'm the
get-
type. If it wasn't for Messenger, I would have already just completely deleted my Facebook.
But so all this delete Facebook stuff, just in case nobody else knows. I know you guys probably do, but that would include Instagram, by the way,
That would be a bummer because I actually like Instagram.
and WhatsApp.
I don't use WhatsApp, so
I don't even know what that is. so.
I use
It's like an encrypted messaging.
I'm always looking at
program.
like Instagram and Twitter now that I deleted Facebook, but
yeah. Well, but Instagram is still Facebook.
yeah.
It's owned by,
And
yeah.
what's the other?
You just changed.
What's the one
cesspools.
Instagram clones? It's basically
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
They're beginning to do the type of data collection that Facebook is in trouble for now.
I thought they
They
always
do.
were.
They do location. Like the big one is their location tracking now.
Yeah,
Because
but
that's
they're-
one of those
but yeah, they're getting
conspiracy
on more
theory
of it,
things I was always on board with. Because the sad thing is, it's lumped in with fucking flat earthers and lizard people and all that other stupid shit. But everybody, it is 1984 as a motherfucker. Do you really think all those policies in 1984 came through as like, this is happening? And everybody's like, well, nobody would allow that. But facial recognition.
Yep. China uses it today.
Everybody is like, oh, look at this. I can make my face do this. I can look at it. It's tracking my face.
And
It
that's-
is tracking your face, you stupid fucks.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and for like specifically, so you know the thing Google did a while back, where like take your picture and we'll tell you what famous art
Yeah.
you most
Oh,
closely
yeah.
resemble.
Tell me
Oh
what
my
that was.
God.
There were states, Texas and Illinois or Ohio. I don't remember which one, and a couple other ones. I think it was Illinois. If you lived in those states, you could not download that app from the App Store because the state had local laws that prohibit face tracking.
Oh, nice.
And because the app did a face scan, they deem that as like facial recognition.
Yeah, because
And
it
you can-
fucking
because
is.
it does, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
hey,
is.
that's bringing back to my
Yeah.
point with freaking Facebook. Oh, what's your dog's name? Oh, what was the first school you went to? It's like,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
shit. It is picking your information.
Yep.
Like, damn, just at least realize that. Keep doing it. Sure. If you want to do it, fuck it. That's your choice. But at least understand that this is how 1984 happens, not with a
Yeah.
bang, but with an app.
You're digging this hole. If you end up in it, so be it.
And
right?
it goes. It's the old story, right? I said nothing when they came for the Jews. I said nothing. Slowly, item by item, they're chipping away at our.
There will be no one
social
left
liberties
to tweet that you have been missing.
And that's the problem, though. Whenever you mention that the social liberties are being chipped away, then you have the crazy ones that say constitutional liberties are being chipped away, which is a whole other mostly bag of bullshit. But
well, I mean, I think most people get confused about the Constitution, like
the fact that the Second Amendment had dick all to do with anything regarding
it was just more to be able to have a militia.
Yeah.
Right.
Until I don't know what's that word again? The Cincinnati Revolution.
Yeah, it was like 1974.
I think it was in the 80s when that was finally because 70ish, mid early 70s was the revolution, and then they like you shouldn't edit amendments unless the NRA tells you to change the Second Amendment, and then you change the second fucking amendment.
Well, they didn't change it. They just kind of redefined it.
They redefined it. Yeah, it's still word for word the way it was. It's just
it's
legally
all about
they redefined
fucking militia, a goddamn militia. Everybody should be able to. How about the
dolphins?
But it
also says the people.
No. Okay, so
it says the militia.
Here's
and the
deal. No, a people. Okay, yes, but here's the deal.
People is a
so
group.
here's the deal. Whenever that was created, whenever that was defined, our Continental Army had been disbanded. Mm-hmm. All of those little militias
same way
that
with
were
the Navy. The Navy was the same
it was
way.
all gone.
It was,
yeah, I mean it was after. No. It was after the Revolutionary War, 1880 or 1892, if I'm not mistaken, when that was finally put in there. And then what they said was a well-regulated militia
being
necessary for a free.
Being necessary to the security of a free state.
Right.
The right of the people.
Right.
The people being the militia.
To keep and bear arms. But now here's the thing, though.
Shall not be infringed.
Right. But whenever it specifically says a militia, that's what we were talking about. Because when that army disbanded, it was militias now that was taking care of all of the towns and all of our new 13 states.
Also, that people right there is inextricably linked to the militia. It is still referring to that militia when it says the people.
I don't give a shit.
Right.
I'm just saying.
We didn't have robots at that point.
That is the only amendment. There's only two places in the amendments that say regulated, and they all fucking have to deal with guns. And yet the NRA gets shitty about fucking gun regulation. The amendment says it twice regarding fucking guns.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying
that shit is
I'm not
dumb.
Arguing the point. I'm just saying that's where they argue.
That is you're right. And that's where they interpreted
100%.
it as saying when it says the people, it's everyone, not just a militia, which should be our armed forces.
Their argument is that interpretation of the people is individuals.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, hey,
and that's like I
listen
said,
to us.
Here's
We're
the
ignorant as fuck.
Here's the deal, though. I mean, realistically, we are only two Supreme Justice decision makers away from that not saying that. Because if it flips two, at that point, they can reinterpret that and say, well, no, it doesn't mean
Ginsburg some more ginseng. That lady can't kick.
Well.
Oh wait, never mind. Even if she dies 2 years into a Democratic fucking presidency, they're going to say you can't fucking make a new Supreme Court until we have a new, because that's what they fucking did to Obama.
That is retarded, right?
So
9 goddamn months.
Stupid.
9 fucking months was it?
They played
at that point.
That's the problem because that's whenever you realize it's
a political
party.
game.
You're not playing ball. You're taking the ball and going home and saying I won.
That's basically saying fuck you to the country. We want to play things our way.
Yep.
Because we think that we're doing what's right because that's what rednecks are clamoring for.
Yep, you're right. Absolutely right.
It's so ridiculous. And it's just like the same thing. Like, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? We just did airstrikes against Syria without congressional okay. And then what did they do to Obama whenever he tried to do it without congressional okay?
They're like, not do
you got to come through us. And then they turned him down.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're so full of shit, man.
Now do you see why I never like to talk politics?
Hey, Bob.
It makes everybody
Bob.
angry. It's necessary, but it's so...
It really is.
Yeah, I mean,
how about them Dolphins?
I just lost a boot. It got pulled off by the mud, guys. I need some help.
Oh, there actually was a swamp in D.C.?
Yes.
Not only it was...
DC is a swamp.
I'm sorry. What they refer to as a swamp was actually an area that was right by the White House that everybody dumped their trash.
Yeah, it was like a bog or something.
It was the bog.
It was
In that bog, killed 2 presidents.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they got oh god, there was dysentery. There was God, what's the one that begins with a C? I can't remember, but there's like 2 presidents. Like
I want to say chlamydia.
No, that's not the one.
Yeah, they got sick because they drank tainted. Their water was tainted because
malaria.
Malaria was one of them. Yeah, but there was so much disgusting shit in that bog. It killed presidents.
Right.
So draining the swamp, man, dude. I wish someone really would.
Right.
But if they did, I mean, we're talking about an entirely new government.
That would be a complete upheaval, and I don't think that's why it would happen.
We're talking revolution.
People are not ready for that big of a change at one time. No. And it can't be a slow one because, you know, if you get 3 people in there who have an ounce of common sense, that's still 3 people against 150
that's 3
more.
drops in the bucket.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, it's going to take the citizens of the country figuring it out to get the people.
Fuck.
I know that's even more terrifying than the politicians.
But it's going to take us. It's going to take
us
us getting it figured out to the point where we can get the people in office who understand what's going on, who can hopefully.
There are 545 people standing between us and common sense government. That is 535 congressmen and senators, 9 Supreme Court justices, and 1 president. So when we can get those 545 people either doing something right for the people, not for themselves, that's when we will see change, and that's what needs to happen.
Yeah. I would be fine just getting rid of Yertle the turtle.
It's our trap.
I would really be happy with getting rid of Yertle's stupid fucking ass.
I'm very happy to say that even whenever I was registered Republican, I never voted for that asshole.
32, 34 years he's been in there now. Is it right?
What's even worse is
Since
like Orrin Hatch.
right?
Orrin Hatch from Utah. That dude actually, whenever he ran the very first time, the person who sat in his seat previously was like, oh, he's been there for years. There should be a limit of maybe like 2 or 3 terms, and then you get out because you've been there for longest. Yep. And now
that's the thing.
Doing the exact same shit.
I am all for term limits.
Yep.
I was happy to see Trey Gowdy's not coming back though. I really don't like that guy.
Yeah, they're so. Oh my God.
I just can't. I mean, he walks onto like in front of the camera, and I'm like,
how can you not notice that fucking McConnell's evil? Like, seriously, it's like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, that dude looks evil. You look at him and you see every
He's
villain.
The new age Henry Clay.
No.
He
you look at him
He really
and
is.
what you see is the bad guy in every, like, I've seen Steven Seagal movies where he's gone to, like, rural areas and beat the shit out of a preacher, and that's Mitch McConnell. That guy is the evil preacher if I ever done seen one.
So basically you're saying he is the never mind, I already forgot the actor's name, so I'm not even gonna go there, so never mind. I was gonna make a Glimmerman reference, but I forgot.
Brian Cox.
How?
No, I'm sorry, we're changing
Brian
subjects.
Cox is too
we're
awesome.
changing fucking subjects. How the fuck did you forget Brian fucking Cox, you fuck?
I don't know, for whatever reason his name was escaping me, so I know. I should be very embarrassed.
So I'm just going to bring it back to something we've talked about before on the show. It's something like I think ultimately lawmakers are going to have to do something,
right?
Somewhere, maybe not our lawmakers, but somewhere. But I think to prove the point that I'm trying to make, that our political leaders have no clue what's going on. Elon Musk made a perfect tweet. And he said, I feel sorry for Mark Zuckerberg. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know I tried to look it up. I can't find the exact tweet, but he said, I feel sorry for Mark Zuckerberg. There's no way he gets out of that building with that many old people without having to set up somebody's Wi-Fi.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God.
That is so true.
Shit, that hasn't even ended.
Hey, my computer's not working. Can you come over and take a look at
Pretty
this?
much, yeah.
Okay.
There's keeps getting pop-ups.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of pop-ups?
To bring this back to something we've talked about on our podcast, that fucking Vampire the Masquerade game I'm playing, my dude's computer guy, he had to set up the Wi-Fi for a fucking ancient vampire. I shit you not. It can't even get out of fantasy.
Ancient vampires. they're sucking something out of everybody.
McConnell looks like fucking Ullman's Dracula. So yeah,
and like what Bob was just saying, they get in there and they're in there for 70 years, 60 years. Like it's
crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, Sorry, guys. We're running long. I think we're just going to have to call it here. Thank you.
That's what happens when you invite us to your podcast. We overlog.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Oh God, I need to do that. I need to do a hot pocket thing with that topic. Anyway,
thanks for coming on. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, it's been awesome. Awesome.
Dude,
awesome.
I love you guys so much. This is so awesome.
Everybody out there, remember you can find us on facebook.com/Two Minds Podcast.
Or you can shoot us a tweet at 2 Minds Podcast.
Still haven't gotten an email, but if you want to test it.
Hey, we know what that's like.
Yeah, right?
yeah. This is y'all's.
This is us?
It was like,
right. I was like, here, do you want to read some one of these?
Right. I can't because the whole time I'm sitting here, it's like, 2 minds, 1 body.
Shoot us an email at 2mindspodcast@gmail.com.
Or, as always, you can find this and all of our past episodes on our hosting site, twominds.podbean.com. Click the subscribe button if you got your favorite podcasting app, and that way you can get all of our new episodes when they come out.
And leave them a fucking review, people.
And then while you're there, also find these guys too.
Yeah,
A Brother's Quarrel.
A Brother's Quarrel. They're also on Podbean.
Yep.
You can look them up on there. They've got a Facebook page.
We'll link
Twitter.
to all of that stuff if we can, right?
What's your Twitter?
At ABQ Podcast.
Capital A, capital B, capital Q.
Podcast.
You motherfuckers!
Oh, shit. Just for you, Bob, because I love you so much.
Hey, our own cousin has been on the podcast, and she tweeted at the wrong Twitter account.
Yeah. Apparently, there's an ABQ pod that's something about New Orleans basketball stuff. I don't fucking know. It's like, yeah, that's great. Listen to this. Like, oh, Nicole, you were a fucking host. Jesus Christ. You've been on more than 4 episodes.
This is the same cousin that whenever Bob is like, that's Nicole, she's like, hi.
And waves.
It is she actively waves. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so good.
Check these guys out. They're hilarious. And also, we're going to be on their next episode, so check that one out if you want to hear a little more of us and a lot more of these guys.
This concludes Side A. Please flip over your head. Side B.